Hello guys, my name is Adiano and welcome to episode 9 of my Minecraft survival series. I've got a big job lined up today that took me forever, so please feel free to like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be making an Iron Golem farm. Oh look, here's an Iron Golem already. Too bad he's not going to be of any use to us. In order to do that, I first have to get some villagers, which you can check out how to do in the episode in the top right hand corner. Just over here I have already been breeding villagers. They basically need a bed, open sky and a butt ton of carrots, and then they make babies. The babies eventually grow into adults and voila, villagers. They are essential for making an Iron Golem farm because they're the only things that can make them spawn. However, these villagers are kinda useless to us right here, so we have to move them. I've built a railway line to where I'm going to be building my Iron Golem farm, and I need to move 3 of these villagers over to there. So there's a ramp into this little house, I guess you could call it, and a minecart at the bottom. I just gotta push one in and give him a quick shove to get him started, and away he goes! Those powered rails with the redstone blocks underneath them power the minecart along the track to an enclosure at the top, but I do need to race to the top however to make sure the villager is safe. Yes, it looks like he's still alive, but there is a zombie way too close to him. Get away from him, Mr. Zombie. As you can tell, my combat skills still need some work. Ah, no, it's a kid zombie. I hate these little things. Is it just me or are they really hard to hit? Maybe it's just me, as you can probably see. Right, any more zombies? No? Okay, good. Let's get back to making sure this villager is safe. Let's take away his minecart and voila, he pops himself into a bed because it's nighttime obviously, and I can block this off again with no fear that he'll die in the night. Time to go back to the villager breeding area, but I don't want to run all that way again. Oh, I know. Give myself a little push and woohoo! Whee! After that fun little ride, I moved one more villager over to the enclosure and bred him to make a third villager. We need 3 as you'll soon see. A lot of the time I spent on this project has been moving villagers around from one area to another, but I think it was essential to do that because building an Iron Golem farm this high above a river should hopefully increase the spawn rates. As you can see, I've been very busy building a new track line up to my Iron Golem farm location. There's a zombie. I'm going to call him Iron Boy. He's essential to this farm too, and he loves his axe. Zombies holding items will never despawn, so that's very important. The way I managed to get him in there was actually very quick and very lucky, I think. I built a platform out over there with a 1 wide bridge, and then stood back and waited for things to spawn. Iron Boy was the first mob to spawn there. Then I simply stood here and waited for him to path his way to me. I put pillars either side of the hole so he could never get me, and he just kind of fell in. And he could hold an axe. I don't know what the rates on that are, so I'm potentially very lucky. This may take you longer than it did for me. Anyway, put a block on top of him so he doesn't die to sunlight. On either side of Iron Boy are 2 villager cells with a bed and 1 block of space. 1 villager will live in each cell, and they'll be able to see Iron Boy. The idea is to put a villager in a minecart and send him up the track, and he'll just kind of fall in the cell. Then we can nab the minecart and move the next one up here. I no longer need this spawn platform, so I'll go ahead and take that down and show you how I made each cell. Using the bridge from before, I put a bed down at the end. This is important so the villager can try to sleep. I put a torch down too to make sure that nothing bad spawns in their cells. Then I simply build a 2 block high wall around the bed and torch. Make sure you hold shift so you don't fall off while doing this. I did fall down a lot building this, but I'm above a river, so no harm done. It's very important that you do not leave any spawnable blocks up here either, else the iron golems and bad mobs could spawn there. Slabs are best for this, and I'll add them a bit later. Essentially, it's important that the 3 villagers can see the zombies, and that they are able to attempt sleeping. Then and only then will they spawn an iron golem. I'll adjust the cells a little bit as I go along, so this isn't the end product of these cells, but at least they're able to hold a villager now. So let's go ahead and move the villagers to their new, scary home. So, same as before, I'm just trying to shove this stubborn villager into a minecart, and yes! Bye dude! Block this off so the other one can't escape. Let's just take a look, and perfect! As you saw, he fell in the cell in the minecart, so now if I run on up there, he should just be sat in the minecart in his new home. As you'll see, I've already done the right hand side one because I was a bit nervous about failing and having to breed another villager. But it was exactly as you just saw, no hitches at all. It's really as simple as lining up the rail into a cell and sending them up on a minecart. Now we can hop here and get my minecart back. Oh, I can't reach it. Hey, pass it up, will ya? Jeez, these villagers are so ungrateful and unhelpful. I'll just grab it myself. And now I can't get out. I don't want to be stuck in here. Oh, luckily I have a pickaxe. Bye, loser. Oh, great. Oh no, what if the villager falls out as well? Quick, quick, go, go! Back up here to block this off, and you'll be very happy to know that the villager is still there. Obviously, a 100-foot drop into a river was worse than being stuck next to a zombie for the rest of his life. Anyway, now I'm going to slab off the top of this cell because mobs cannot spawn on bottom half slabs. They can only spawn on the top half of blocks. This will ensure that the iron golems only spawn where I want them to spawn. I also want to give him a bit of a roof just as extra protection, but he's in the way and it won't let me place a slab here. For some reason, looking at the rail puts the slab directly above him. No idea how or why, but very helpful. Now I need to move this rail to the last cell after putting a slab quickly on this bit of glass. Remember as you go along to remove all spawnable blocks. I'll go ahead and put the rail over Iron Boy and straight into that third and final cell. There's phase 1 complete. A zombie in the middle, 3 villagers around him, all with sight of Iron Boy, a bed each, and not a single spawnable block anywhere in sight. Now, I should be able to start building the platform I want the Iron Golems to spawn onto. It will be above these cells as that gives the best possible spawn rates. For the next step, I'm going to need a lot of cobble walls, and just a staircase to above these cells so I can start building that platform. I remove the top glass block from each cell and an Iron Golem spawns. Hey wait, no, not yet. Don't hit Iron Boy. Let's just push you off quick before you ruin my life. And quickly remove all spawnable blocks around Iron Boy. That was close, but also proof that it's working now that the villagers and Iron Boy can see each other. While building, I noticed that the villagers didn't appear to be able to see the zombie, as they were pretty docile instead of running around in a panic. I guess they can't see through transparent glass blocks. Right, now back to that platform. Guys, I just started building this platform out, and this stupid Iron Golem must have spawned behind me, dropped down, and he killed Iron Boy. Stupid Iron Golem. Do you have any idea how lucky I was to get that zombie? It's probably going to be difficult to get a replacement in that little cell now. I'm going to have to push the Iron Golem off to his watery grave at some point, but I also need to fill out this platform. So I'm making this platform a 9x8, but I recommend an 8x8 to make life easier for you later on. There is a very special reason for this size, which I'll show and explain in a little while. You also want to make sure while you're doing this to keep the platform well lit for now, as mobs can spawn behind you and knock you off the whole damn thing. When you've made the platform, you want to go ahead and start putting wool around the outside. And I mean around the outside, as in hovering over nothing on the edge, so that you get the full 9x8 or 8x8 on the platform. Walls, I think, are a non-spawnable block, and it's difficult or impossible for iron golems to get stuck on the totally flat walls, you know, between the fatter end bits, so that's why we're using those. Anyway, place your walls all around like so. There's a reason to make it 8 blocks wide, and why I recommended earlier to make it 8x8, and that's because that's exactly how far water travels in each direction. As you can see, a water source in the back corner makes it just about to the edge of the platform, which is perfect. Now on to the second part of the platform. If we just go ahead and take away that slab there and use that as a base, we can now start building a platform 1 block below the previous one. This one won't be nearly as large as the other one, as this one is not intended to be where they spawn. This platform is going to be the one that collects and feeds them down a drop all the way to the ground. This platform only needs to be 3 wide and 8 long, and this is why I said I'd recommend an 8x8 platform before. Oh well. When you've done that, go ahead and place wool around this one too, but you don't need any on this end because this is where the drop will be, so keep that area clear. I decided that it's best if I make myself an infinite water source right here, since we're a good long run away from the closest water source and I've only got 1 bucket. But with that infinite water source there, now I can start putting the water where it needs to go on the platform to push the iron golems off of it. Oh, yeah, I can't really put a wall here yet because I need to jump over it. So I'll just place a cobblestone block here for now, and then I can jump over it to get the water I need. So you want to go ahead and place water all along this back wall so that it will push iron golems onto the small platform below. It's important to know that you can waterlog walls. See how the water source is inside the wall and is going both ways? Yeah, we don't want that. What you actually want to do is aim at the floor to place your water sources along this brick wall. Once that's filled in, just go ahead and put 3 more water sources at the back end of this smaller platform and it should push to the edge again. Mine doesn't because it's 9 long, remember? So I'm going to have to lose some of these blocks. You should also note that it's possible to get stuck on the end of these walls. Watch. I'll pretend I'm an iron golem just being pushed along this wall and oof, I'm stuck forever. Yes, those 2mm of stone can hold back an iron golem. So I'm going to need to extend the wall so that that end bit is beyond what an iron golem could get stuck on before they fall to their doom. The same goes for up there. Hey guys, I'm at the bottom now. I stole a cobblestone block from the lower platform so that the water would come down and show me exactly where the iron golems will fall to. And here is the spot. This 2x3 area here is exactly where they will fall and is exactly where they will die and give me their iron. So let's go ahead and start building around this area because we don't want them running away after they fall down. Fun fact, iron golems take 0 fall damage, so we're going to need something else to kill them with for a fully automatic farm. Oh yeah, make sure to place torches again. This whole thing took me hours and may have taken a few more if I kept dying to creepers or whatever. I took a nap and made it daytime, and now it's time to set up our automatic collection system. Place a double chest down here like so, grab yourself 6 hoppers, which I think is about 30 iron, but don't worry, you'll get all that back and then some once this farm is churning out the iron. Shift click all the hoppers so that they lead into the chest, or into another hopper that's leading into that chest. And now, let's put down what's going to be killing these poor iron golems. Campfires. You can use lava, but it looks kind of messy to set up. A few campfires, 6 to be precise. Shift click them onto each hopper. Campfires are immune to a 100-foot waterfall, don't question it. Hoppers can grab items through campfires, so they're ideal really. Those iron golems will fall all the way down here and burn up on these campfires. It takes a while per iron golem, but eventually they do die and the hoppers grab the iron and transfer it to that chest for us. But we're going to want to make sure no iron golems accidentally land outside this little area. Ta-da! It took me a while, well not really because I could always jump down into the river at the top, but I've managed to build a few pillars to make sure the iron golems go directly down onto the campfires and don't nudge forward on the drop and miss them entirely. As you can see, they're falling down nicely. Since I was up there, I also had lots of fun trying to put a new zombie in that cell, and did so eventually. It wasn't the first one this time though, it was the third, which I guess is probably more accurate. I'll call him Iron Boy to honour his fallen brother. But yeah, as you can see, they're falling down, stuck on these campfires until they die, which does take a while, and then the hoppers grab the iron and poppies, but I don't really want poppies, and puts them in that chest. I can swing at them with my sword from here safely to speed up the process, but I don't mind because it's automatic. So there we have it guys, a whole lot of work for me and an extra long and detailed episode for you. I moved villagers from there, all the way up there, and then from there, all the way up there into little cells. I had to get 2 zombies called Iron Boy into a cell too, and I created a spawning, moving, burning and collection chamber for all those iron golems. A completely automatic system that will provide me with more than enough iron from here on out. Sure, you could say it doesn't look all that good, and you're damn right. It looks absolutely ugly. But it is an iron farm, and industrial buildings aren't always appeasing to our eyes. So I'm okay with it. Maybe I can make a better, prettier one in the future. If you guys want to see that or any of my videos, please subscribe. It's completely free and helps me out a lot. Also consider commenting ideas you'd like to see. Next episode I have something a little bit special lined up because it is the 10th episode, so stay tuned for that. Bye guys.